How I invested $2,000 during the pandemic. I had made a video on how I invested $1,000 and that video got a lot of views, so I decided to make another video, but this time $2,000. This is during a pandemic, so if you're not losing money and just keeping what you have is already a good day. But as you'll see, getting about 10% return in a little over a month is a blessing. I'm not a financial advisor. On this channel, I share my experiences achieving financial freedom and always do your own due diligence. I invested the whole $2K in stocks and 80% in 4 companies. And the remaining 20% I split into smaller positions into other 5 different companies. All these 9 companies are pandemic proof. They do well with pandemic or not. In reality, some of them actually do better in the conditions we live today. And the number one step to get 10% return on a 2K investment is to drop a like. And please, if you're new here, also subscribe, hit the bell, and share this video with a friend. I use the investing platform called M1 Finance, and it does support fractional shares. Fractional shares was extremely useful. It allows a lot of flexibility because some of these companies are so expensive that even a single share costs just too much. I don't work for M1 Finance and sadly they don't pay me to say this. I just like and use their platform. If you would like to open this same account I use, feel free to use my link on the description down below. You can also use somebody else's link or go directly to the M1 webpage, but if you do use my link, you get a $10 bonus referral and I also get $10 bonus. The 2K investment was not done in a single shot. I invested in smaller amounts every week or almost every week during a 2-month period. And the reason for these multiple small investments is to avoid the peaks, the high prices, and jumping in during the dips trying to buy things at a cheaper price. This is called DCA, dollar cost averaging. It is the opposite of investing a huge lump sum of money once and instead buying smaller amounts during a longer period of time. I prefer much better the dollar cost averaging strategy because imagine putting all your eggs in one shot and the next day the headline news come, now you have 9 million COVID cases, and then right away the stock market nosedive. If you invested in good companies and you have more money to invest, all is good. You'll buy the same companies, more of them, and half price. But if you already invested all your money and now you have nothing, so you can't buy a half price, so what do? You sell a half price? I guess at that point the best strategy is just to wait for it to come back up. And finally, the first position is Alphabet, almost a quarter of the entire investment. If you are wondering, what this company is about, I tell you, you already know. Alphabet owns the #1 search engine in the world, Google, and Alphabet also owns the #2 search engine in the world, YouTube. And they also own many other companies. The PE is at 36. PE is the price to earnings ratio. It tells us how much a company is selling for. A 36 PE is a bit high to me, but when I remember we're talking about Google, this company improved our lives. They brought information to our fingertips. The information is out there, but sadly today, people oftentimes believe in fiction facts instead of reality facts. My only regret here is not being able to invest more on this company. The only complications they face, in my opinion, is government coming down on them for monopoly complications. I hope that if anything does happen, government does not hurt Alphabet too much, and if they do come up with new laws, they just make the economic field better, but keep my investment safe. What do you think about Alphabet/Google or any of the other stocks I'll be mentioning here? I care about what you think. Add your comments in the comment section down below. And position #2 is Tesla, run by Elon Musk. Tesla is a technology and information company. They make electric cars, batteries, and they harvest the energy from the sun. As you see, Tesla represents almost another quarter of the portfolio. Fossil fuel is killing our planet. Global warming is no longer reversible. All we can do is slow it down. I would love to save the planet, but the fossil fuel industry is too rich and powerful. This is not a fair fight, but the support for Tesla is gigantic. Many places in the globe are no longer habitable and many people are already migrating to safer areas. But at the end of the day, me and you are not the ones that will suffer the most. The next generation, our children, are the ones that will have the biggest consequences. Tesla PE is around 800, a huge PE, and should stay away, right? But I don't see it that way. In my opinion, this is a buy. Tesla has been around for about 10 years, and a little months back, the PE was actually negative. A negative PE means the company was not profitable, but now the company is profitable and every quarter of the year it becomes more profitable. But that's how all new companies are. They need investment in the beginning. Tesla makes their products in the Gigafactory. They have 3 of them up and running, one in Nevada, New York, and Shanghai. Tesla has 2 more Gigafactories under construction, one in Texas and one in Berlin, Europe. The support for this company is tremendous. When it started, it was thought to be a dream. Only electric cars around was golf carts, but now it is a reality and we have it. Thanks to Tesla, electric cars are becoming cheaper and all other car makers are jumping in, trying to get their feet wet, but they're jumping in late. And position number 3 in the portfolio is Amazon. It holds 18.3% of the portfolio. Amazon didn't suffer from the pandemic, it profited economically. Everyone loves ordering online, and if you enjoy going grocery shopping, now you think twice before showing up there. Personally, I love the convenience of having it delivered to my door in 2 hours. Ordering the items online on bulk, I get them cheaper and I save again on gas. Amazon PE is at 116, which I guess is expected for a company this big and this famous. The PE valuation is very important to know and understand, but at the end of the day, all that matters is how much the next person is willing to pay more for that share that we bought. But I don't see one thing that tells me Amazon is gonna go away. On the contrary, everything that makes our lives better and easier, we don't stop using it, we just use it more and more. And the position number 4 on the portfolio is Netflix. It holds 18.2% of the portfolio, and more than ever we are at home Netflixing. Netflix came up and ruined the monopoly cable companies had. For just a few bucks, Netflix provides us with great entertainment and content, so more and more people are ditching cable. Netflix figured out a way to produce good content at a much more affordable price. A company's moat is what protects it from the competition, just like a castle's moat, that ditch around the castle filled with water. Netflix PE is at 76. I would not buy most companies at a PE of 76, but this is not most companies, we're talking about Netflix. Yes, now we have Disney Plus, Peacock and everything, and I before thought Netflix was over. But I was wrong. Netflix is the one consistently coming up with new content and good content. And the 5th position on the portfolio is Snowflake. It holds about 130 bucks. Snowflake has just recently gone public and it was my first time buying a new IPO. Warren Buffett was making a move on this company and that is what originally brought my attention to the company. And that's when I more realized that we can watch and learn from Buffett, but we cannot copy exactly his footsteps. I bought Snowflake when it came out and I have a profit of 13%, which, don't get me wrong, is good. A profit is a profit. But Warren Buffett's profit on this same company is over 100% by day 2. Regular investors like me and you does not have the same amount of money to lock in deals like big fish like Buffett can. Also, most of us don't have a $1 billion company in our backs as proof of a good track record. Snowflake is a new technology company. They are more relevant today than ever before. This is their time. And the remaining 15% of the 2K is invested in 4 companies, about 300 bucks. Position number 6 is Berkshire Hathaway, owned by Warren Buffett. It is a huge company that holds a few other dozen companies, including Geico. Berkshire is also highly invested in Apple and it's also sitting in a lot of cash. Even though Berkshire is not a tech company, it is still profitable and has been making a lot of interesting moves thanks to Buffett and his team. And position number 7 is Apple. Apple in reality is my number 1 position if you take all my accounts together. I love Apple products, and I rarely or never see somebody try out Apple products and go back to the competitors. Apple innovative phones. I am all the time on my phone, but I'm very rarely or never calling anybody. Thanks to Apple, a phone nowadays is so much more than just a phone. And position number 8, the last but one company on this portfolio is Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic is a space flight company that wants to take me and you, regular civilian people, into rides to space. I remember just about 5 years ago, it was a big deal for me to go to Six Flags and ride in those rides. Virgin Galactic is currently working on a spaceship that will take us for a ride into space for about 200,000 bucks. What can I say? Space is the last frontier, and just recently NASA has found much more water in the moon. Humans have already colonized every single part of the planet, and the water abundance in the moon can help establish a permanent colony in the moon. And finally, position number 9, the last and smallest position in the portfolio is Alibaba. 2K was invested when we have 115 profit. That is almost 10% in a little over a month. There are 12 months in a year. If you can get 10% growth every month, that is more than 100% return on the original investment for the entire year. Expecting 100% growth is a lot, and I don't think that is gonna happen, but we will see what will happen. My average return is about 50%, which means for every dollar invested, you get about $1.50 back, and for every 1,000 invested, you get 1,500 back. Please do drop a like and subscribe so we can see how things will go. I am not going anywhere. I will add a link on the description down below on how I invested 1,000 bucks, how I invested 100 bucks, and how I invested 200 bucks. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a wonderful day.